Yeah, so let me do this demo. So this is a demo that so you've seen one type of demo in lecture 7. If you look at lecture 7, then there's there's me demonstrating the timed assessments, and it's really meant mostly as a logistics demo. So hopefully, as you see me working through the multiple choice and the free form essay timed assessment, you can kind of get a sense of what the process looks like, and you don't have to waste your attempt. With the multiple choice, you have 2 attempts. With the freeform, you have really the only one. Hopefully, you don't have to waste any of those attempts just to figure out what the process looks like. So you have that demo. Now, one demo that I wasn't doing way back when was that? 22 one? Yeah, so one demo that I wasn't doing back then is one using AI. Now, with AI, I want to give you due cautionary note in that. So I do think generative AI can be helpful. You can use it like a virtual tutor, help you learn. You can also misuse it, and I've seen some of you use that to answer questions and assessment questions, which is kind of, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. You get to pick your own question. Just pick an easy question, one that you can answer off the top of your head. You don't have to use AI to answer those. So, like, do you really hate learning that much? But anyways, so this is a more of a kind of a, let me call it friendly competition. So I'm first going to cheat with the AI. The first attempt on each of these multiple choice timed assessments. And again, I want to be extra clear. What I'm doing right now, it's cheating. It's if you did it, I hope you never tell me that, because it's academic dishonesty. It's especially the case because with the timed assessment rule is self-assessed, no outside help. So I do think our honor code, class honor code, that what you're submitting should reflect your own work. That already covers all this. But with the timed assessment, it's extra clear. No outside help. If you use outside help, that's cheating. So you shouldn't do what I'm gonna do right now. But I'm doing this as a kind of a competition demonstration. So I think as an online instructor, I do have duty to keep up to date with what's technologically cutting edge. So I need to kind of be informed of the current capabilities of the most up-to-date AI models. And I kind of sense with the experience having done these questions with my other classes. So when I use ChatGPT to cheat through this, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get close to 100%. So it comes down to so it's a friendly competition. I will do this with the ChatGPT once, and then I'll do it myself. I got 2 attempts. One of them AI, one of them just myself, and we'll see who wins. So if ChatGPT gets 100%, then I obviously can't win on accuracy, but I can hope to tie it and maybe beat it on time. And for that time component, I'm basically going to make this a fair competition. I will try to go through the timed assessment as quickly as possible. I do have some process that I worked out used with my other class. So some of this might look a little bit confusing. What I say is that's why you shouldn't cheat, because cheating never helps you learn. So let me get started. And so for the next like 3-4 minutes, I'm basically turning my physics brain off. Oh, and I do want it to be in thinking mode, but let me not do extended thinking, because that delays it. Should I actually? Let me try the thinking, and if I beat it on time, then for the next set, I will try turning thinking off. Because when I did the auto before, it wasn't quite as accurate as it was on thinking. So I'm gonna leave it on thinking, but not extended, just regular standard time. So I'm gonna get started, and I'll go through it as quickly as possible. I usually can do it in like 4 minutes. With like copy and paste of the screenshot. Oh, before that, I should prepare ChatGPT. Hi, I'm working through a set of 10 practice Not really practice, but practice multiple choice questions for my conceptual physics class. Can you help by giving me the right answer as quickly as possible, maybe followed by a brief explanation? Again, if you do this, you are cheating. Please don't do it. And if you ever did it, please don't admit to it. Um, if you yeah. Now I don't think that's quite easy for me to do, so I'm just gonna do as much as I can within one screen. Now for that, I think it might work out better if I zoom out a little. Maybe. Let me give this a try. Let me just do a regular zoom. Yeah, let me get started. Okay, so I do think I can do multiple questions at a time. That'll probably speed up the process a little, so I'll definitely do that. And while it's answering, I'm gonna get the next set of questions. And so this is like the staggered process that speeds it up. As soon as it's done answering, I'm gonna hit send here. And then while it's answering, I'm gonna read it, answer, go back, D, A, and again, this is a very confusing process because there's a lot of staggered things there, and I can keep track of it in my head. That's really because I've done this a lot with my other classes. Again, demonstrating things as an instructor, not if anyone other than an instructor is doing this, it's cheating. Like you shouldn't be doing it. Now, with this speed up, it's possible that ChatGPT will beat me on time. I knew that time was coming, and I think with the easier questions in this class, that's more likely. We'll see. I've beaten my personal records in trying to, beat ChatGPT. So I'm not throwing in the towel yet, just yet, but we'll see. AC, and then it'll answer EC. Okay, and if I can check for operator error. So let me submit. Wow, that's sub 2 minute time. Although it got a lot wrong. Let's just to make sure there was no operator error, because that would be unfair. 60%. That is yeah. Let's see. Wait, how do I know? I thought I wasn't supposed to know what the correct answers are. Mm, why do I know the correct answers? I think I might have set the wrong setting for this thing. Maybe I set it in a way where you can see the whether which ones you got wrong. You just don't know the correct choice. Yeah. I think that is the intended setting, so it's fine. Yeah. So I know this. I got this wrong, but I have to figure out which one's the correct answer. Yeah. Now I say but ChatGPT got it wrong. So let's look. Question 1D. Yeah. So that's wrong. The correct would have been. I mean, involving object size large enough to be seen with a microscope. So, let me see if ChatGPT can figure this out on its own. So I'll say, oh wait, I should make this question 1. Okay, and I'll say Q1 was wrong. And then it might correctly figure out that the first choice is better. B. Okay. I wonder. Let me try extended thinking. Can you try again? I think that's not the right answer still. I mean, at some point, there's only 5 choices. And right now, I'm doing extended thinking. It's possible that regular thinking mode is going too quickly. let's see. So, so after it corrects this one, there must be three other questions it got wrong, and I'll see if in extended thinking mode it gets it correctly. Yeah, microscope is the better one. Yeah, it might be that it's yeah, 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 very tiny. Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, so that's good. It guesses it's canvas. I mean, it's my open math, not canvas. So those were, correct. So probably correct. Let me go back to compare. I want to make sure I'm not the one who made operator error. So question 3, question 4, it got wrong. So 4 second. Yeah, that should have been. Oh, yeah, yeah. So I think in the thinking mode, it's still having this issue. Um, so I think I might have to do it in extended thinking. So it did calculate the correct answer, I think. That's 4 times 340. But it answered with this. So I think in the standard thinking mode, it was giving me this as it didn't do any double checking. Um, so it would have gotten this correct if it was on extended thinking. It only missed it because it was on regular thinking. So yeah, I'll have to keep the extended thinking on. So I'll do that for the next set that we're gonna do a competition of. So question 5, D, yeah, and 6A, probably correct reasoning. Question 7, A, okay, that was great, it's incorrect. So upward is positive, velocity is 0 at the top, yeah, changes, but it's not changing direction on the way down, it's already changed. So the correct would be, yeah, this would be the correct choice. So let's just have it answer again on the extended thinking mode. Could you, that looks right. Referring to previous response, could you try this question again? And let's look. Question 7. Yeah, because there were again other better choices. I wonder if it'll get to this on its own. Sometimes it argues with me about like wording of certain things, and I get it. In trying to make this question harder, I had to kind of almost purposefully introduce ambiguity. Yeah, fourth option is yeah being picky about wording. Yeah, the direction change is happening at the top. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good. Yeah. So in the extended thinking, it probably would have gotten it right. There's one more question. Let's see, 8 and 9. Yeah. Yeah. 8 kind of right. So 9 is the other one. Yeah, yeah. Again, the same thing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is probably correct, but initially answered with this. So average rate of yeah next to 1 second. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be easy for me to beat ChatGPT on accuracy. So let me give this a try. It's gonna be super challenging to beat it on time. So it did all these answers in 1.6 minutes. Like in what 1/7 of the time that you have 10 minutes. Um, 1/6 of the time. So I'll try to beat it on time. Now I do have some unfair advantage in that I wrote a lot of these questions. I know when I'm seeing a tricky question, some questions I only have to start reading like halfway through, and I just remember what the answer was. So, and it's because I have that advantage, I feel I can do this. I can try to beat it on 1.6 minutes time, do it faster than that, and I will probably miss something. I think if there's any like calculation questions, it's like a choice between, do I spend the 20 seconds to get it right, or do I, move on? So my goal would be to beat it on time, and bid on accuracy, recognizing I might not get 10 out of 10, but at least 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. So let me do the competition that way. So I'm gonna reset. I'm not using ChatGPT. I will have access to calculator if that somehow helps, and then I will retake. So 1.6 minutes. Yeah, I do have a clock thing here. I'm just gonna, have it here. I'm not even gonna look at it. I just know I have to go super fast, and it like 5 seconds spent looking at it is time wasted. So 1.6 minutes. So that's like about 10 seconds per question or less. Yeah. So I'm not gonna be speaking a lot. I won't be writing anything on the board. No time for that. So yeah, get started. Just go super fast. Validity of the model, biological sciences. Rock thrown upward. Ah, yeah, I saw this question already. Wait, a different. Yeah, it's about acceleration. Acceleration. Rate of change of velocity. Hammer and feather. Yeah, there's a reason for that. I won't explain. 15. So 15, 11. Incorrectly. It's a definitional thing, kind of annoying. This question I remember, and what it is you should aim it directly at the monkey. 1/6 to a height. Is it 6 times the height? I think. I'm guessing. Okay. Let's see. 100%. Again, I have unfair advantage. Many of those questions I just remember it. And so ChatGPT spent 1.6 minutes. This is the total time. So I spent 1.3 minutes. So I still beat ChatGPT on time and accuracy and yeah. So this is a competition. I'll keep doing it until I reliably lose. Although I feel like ChatGPT is limited by my copy and paste speed. So I don't know. I need to figure out in a way where I won't be a bottleneck to ChatGPT's speed. And I gotta think it through exactly how that'll be. So now, if you're wondering, this like why is the correct answer correct? Let me do this. I'm just gonna slowly scroll through the questions. Let me make sure I'm on my own attempt. And you can ask ChatGPT. It'll probably answer correct, especially if you are doing it in thinking, extended thinking. And even with the regular thinking, I think once you tell it what the correct answer is, it's a lot better at explaining it than getting to it independently, because it's like it's like the whole reason AI models hallucinate, it kind of works for it when it's trying to explain a correct answer. So let me slowly scroll through here. Just yeah, slowly scroll, and then I'll do the next multiple choice timed assessment demo. And this time I'm just gonna keep it on extended thinking, because I think OpenAI must have changed how these are handled. Because the computation time, that's their main cost. So they must have changed how the thinking model works to make sure they don't spend too much money on compute. Probably. So I was thinking maybe I'll be able to like go back to auto, but I think it's gonna stay on thinking, and in fact it'll be on extended thinking. So we'll do chapter 2. Okay, so I have another set of 10 questions for the next chapter. Are you ready? Yeah, and when it says it's ready, yeah, I'll get started. Let me just kind of mentally prepare myself for super rapid copy and paste. When I'm again cheating, I'm not really thinking about physics, so I'm just focused on copying and pasting, accurately transcribing the ChatGPT's answers to the timed assessment thing. So let me get started. Uh, Let me see how much longer extended the thinking takes. It does save me time that many of the questions in this class are short enough that two of them fit, except for this two set of questions, because question 4 is a little bit longer with that larger image. Uh, as soon as it answers. Actually, I think I might be able to do it like this. Yeah. So what'll probably help is just pile this on and ask. I don't know. Let me ask what I have there already, and then where's my cursor? That wasted some time. Question 1A, question 2D, and I think I already put into buffer. Oh yeah. Question 3D, question 4D, and oh, he already finished answering, right? So let me get. Can I get 8 and 9? I'm becoming the bottleneck. So okay. Questions 5 and 6. Did I skip something? I skipped 7. Okay. A D question 7. So 8 and 9 D B question 7 C. Oops. 8 was D. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think I cost ChatGPT maybe 30 seconds or so with a little bit of confusions, operator errors. um, okay. So that's all. Should be all 10, and as soon as I can confirm that, let me submit it. And if I made an operator error, then we'll fix that. So it missed the 2 questions, huh? Thought it would have done better. Let's check. So, it finished in 2.4 minutes. Again, that's my benchmark to beat. We'll see. Let's find the 2 questions that ChatGPT missed and see if it's an operator error or if it's something else. So, all right, so that's, question 1 was right, and these explanations are probably right if the answer is right. So, okay, question 3. It gave me the inertia, object k unless changes it. Oh no, objects don't have an innate state of motion. That's Aristotelian logic. So what it should be is it's actually this one. Yeah. So I'll say sorry, this was wrong, and let's see if it'll correct itself. Sorry, this was wrong. And this is actually one of the ways that I thought people could use generative AI in a way that helps you learn. Like after you've gone through multiple choice, you got some wrong and you are not sure, like, I thought this was right. Why is it wrong? You can ask me. I love answering your questions, but maybe you want the answer in the next 5 minutes and you don't think I will answer in the next 5 minutes. ChatGPT will, and especially once it knows, first option. I guess that is right. Whenever a force is exerted, there are a pair of forces of equal magnitude, each acting on a different object. Yeah, I think that is right. Start and stop motion. So I do think ChatGPT is actually right about this. Um, so let me just ask, why isn't this right? It might be a matter of sort of most correct, because Newton's second law, um, F equals ma. So this description might better fit with Newton's first law. So maybe, uh, uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The first choice is definitely closer, so I'm sure that is correct. So again, this is one of the ways in which you could use generative AI. I imagine can help you learn, because as you're going through it, you missed it and you're not quite sure, and it is tricky question. I missed it, because I didn't read this, and generative AI acting as a virtual tutor can give you immediate feedback that's correct a lot of the time, especially once it has some hint on what was incorrect. So, okay, let me find the other question that I missed, and I guess for the correct ones, I'll just have it here. So, if the answer was correct, the explanation is probably correct. I'm not really spending time to read it right now. Yeah. Let me find the other question so that I can do my own attempt in competition with the ChatGPT. Question 7. Yeah. Right. Let's see. Questions 8D. 9. It gave me B. Because of first law. Okay. Let me see. Rocket propelled forward by ejecting. Yeah, that's not it. That's the third law. And stranded in outer space, separated by tether by a front. Not Newton's first law, it'll be Newton's third law. Because you cannot push on yourself to move. But floating by calm lake, the pushing within the, yeah. So this is the correct one. So let's have ChatGPT. So I'll say thank you. Thank you. Here's the other question we missed. And hopefully they'll give me the both one as the actual correct answer. I wonder why it missed. It's I don't know. Again, maybe OpenAI is kind of cutting down on compute for extended thinking. It should have spent like 5 more seconds to give me the correct answer, but it might have not done that, and kind of a chess engine running too quickly. It might have just given me a choice that's not quite right. Yeah. So yeah, correct answer is C. Yeah, yeah, that is right. So second try gets it right. Yeah. Can get marked wrong because yeah, yeah. So it's between these two choices, this is the better answer. Yeah. Good. So that's a ChatGPT. First attempt 80%, and including all the second attempt 100%. Now let me do my own attempt again in competition with the ChatGPT. And so ChatGPT spent 2.4 minutes. I'm gonna try to go faster than that, in case I need numbers. And so I can't miss more than one if I'm gonna beat it on accuracy while beating it on time. Again, I have a bit of an unfair advantage, so I think there's some chance of me doing this. We'll see. But it is again a lot, even for me who's written these questions and have a lot of stuff memorized. So text focus. So I'm not gonna say a lot other than excited utterances. I'll just go as quickly as possible. So we'll start. We take okay upward force with the down. Oh. constant speed. Yes, I'm not gonna read the rest. Force and non-forces. Ooh. Push. No. Pull, push are forces. Yeah. Everyday situation. Oh, did I see this already? Yeah. So I'm gonna wait. They are dynamically generated. You have to read it. Oh. I almost got tricked, but I remember that I dynamically generated it. Inverse square law. Yeah. 53 kilograms. 21 budge. Net force is 0. Got 0 acceleration. Yeah, and there's another version of the question that asks about the friction. Gravitational force of net force. Yes. Force and the net force. Oh, no. Yes. Newton's law out of the 4. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my phrasing, law of interaction. Your textbook calls, I forget. Let me move on. I got time to bit. Punches Bob. So Bob's face pushing back on fist. Yeah. Upward at constant speed, normal force is equal to the weight. Alright. I hope I'm not missing more than one. Good. 100%. And let's check the time. ChatGPT spent 2.4 minutes, right? So I should have spent 1.9 minutes. So I still beat ChatGPT on time and accuracy. Let me slowly scroll through in case you want the explanations. Ask ChatGPT, they'll probably give you the correct explanation. If ChatGPT tells you something weird that doesn't make sense, ask me. I do want to answer your physics questions, but you might prefer the instantaneous answer from AI over my more correct answer that probably won't be instantaneous. So yeah. Again, I've been wanting to do this demo. Well, that took a long time. I've been wanting to do this demo because I want to keep my skills sharp. I want to keep practicing and to make sure I'm not getting rusty. And at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm aware of what generative AI is capable of. I'm actually surprised. It's done worse than I thought it would do. I thought in the second attempt, I'm surprised it didn't get 100%. I'm used to seeing it get 100% in my other class, so I thought for sure, like your questions are a little bit easier than my calculus-based physics multiple choice questions. Theirs is actually a mix of the questions you see and some new questions I've written for them. So I thought, but it didn't get 100%. That is actually surprising to me. And one of the reasons I could go through this so quickly is that your multiple choice questions, most of them don't really involve calculation, and when they do, it's simpler. That's why I didn't have to use calculator. If I start needing to use calculator, then it really slows me down. So